Hello, this is Paula Jasmine Gonzalez. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my video blog. It's Thursday night, um, September 2nd. So I don't like my job. I only do my job because of the money. I don't think I'm alone in this. I think a lot of us sometimes end up hating our jobs, but we end up staying because, like everybody else, we need money. We need money because we need to pay rent, we need to pay our debt, our car, and all that kind of stuff. Money. It may not be our passion. For me, my day job, I work at Walmart. I'm a digital shopper. That's not my passion. That's not what I wanted to be doing with my life. I went to school for engineering. I went to work as an engineer. I worked as an engineer for a while for New York State until the economic downturn of 2008 happened, and I ended up um, I had to back down from the state. Um, I tried to find another job in engineering. I always wanted to go into consulting, but I never had the chance, and I was never able to find a job in consulting. And because of that, I have had to go a different route, and I've been taking jobs in retail um, and other areas that are not related to engineering just to survive. Because in the end, with the economy as it is, how our system, how our society works, you need money. Money is needed to pay the rent. Money is needed to purchase a car, pay my car insurance, pay for my clothes. Money is needed for everything. Money controls everything. You don't have money, you cannot do anything, unfortunately. So I ended up taking jobs just to survive. But has it been something that I wanted to do? No, my passion is wrestling. I like theater. I like making things too. I'm trying to finish making that little guy in there, that robot. It's a robot puppet. And the lights light up. Has LED lights in it. I made that. Um, so yeah, I I also like working with tools and fixing things like my car. I work fixing my car. That's something that makes me happy. I enjoy doing wrestling, professional wrestling. But do I consider working in retail my passion? No. To me, it's just a mean of generating money, just to survive. And it's sad because it's depressing to admit that. But like I said, I don't think I'm alone. It's just that we live in a culture that we don't say those things. And we feel angry, we feel depressed, we feel down, and we have to go home and numb down in what I consider addictions like Netflix, Hulu, um, escape, mentally escape, just so that way we can relax and forget about our jobs. Um, and honestly, I feel like for me, working in retail, like I get it. Some people might like the job in retail. If you like your job in retail, good for you. That, but me, I don't like it. I only do it because of the money. Um, it's it's something that I didn't see myself doing it. It's something that I didn't want to do, but necessity has forced me to take a job in that in retail, you know, and I just don't like it. It's not my thing, honestly. I only do it for the money. Like I said, I only do it because it's a job, because it pays me, and I go and do it, do whatever they tell me to do, you know. Um, but things are boring, and the thing that is most frustrating to me is not necessarily that the job is boring. That is something that if I could put music or something, um, I'll be okay. It's just dealing with customers, and especially customers that get angry when they don't get the answer that they want, and they pretty much treat you like shit because they would just treat you like shit. They were. It's like I used to work as an engineer for the state, and if I didn't know the answer to that, I could tell a person, hey, you know what? I don't know. I'm not too sure the answer to that. Let me do a little bit of research. Think about it, and I'll get back to you. That was a total acceptable answer. In retail, somehow customers come to a store and they ask you, "Do you know if you have this item?" And no, more of this item. Oh no, can you check? Could you check in the back and see if you have more? And if you tell them no or that you don't know, um, how dare you not know? You work in this. You should know the answer to that. It's a stupid customer idea that it's not realistic. Do they realize how many items are in the store? Do they realize how difficult it is to keep track where a particular item is going to be in the store? And sometimes, like as a picker, we get a touch computer, a computer. It looks almost like a phone, but it's not. It tells you where to go to pick the item that a customer order, where is it located. Like every item has a location in the store, and even with that, there could be multiple locations where the item could be located. Um, and sometimes we have to check out those locations, like if it's located near the registers. But to expect somebody to know where something is or where something is in the bag from top of their head is ridiculous, and that's the part that pissed me off because when customers get angry for because we don't know, and we honestly don't know from top of our heads where something is going to be, sometimes they get angry and they blast off like if we are the worst of the worst. And I think it's a unrealistic expectations for people, um, for customers when they go to a store. And it's the one thing that I hate about it is just that those type of interactions where the customer get angry at you and tells you like, oh, you should know that. um I wish they will not say those things, that there will be more understanding of the fact that there are hundreds of items, and just because you're working there organizing a shelf to make it look pretty, or returning items that people decided not to purchase to the shelf where it belongs, doesn't mean that we know that where a specific item is going to be in the back, if we have it, that is, or that we're aware how much inventory we have left if you cannot see it on the shelf. It's ridiculous to think that we will know that information from top of our head. Um, Even a person that works in the department may not know that information. They might have to use a scanner to check the inventory. So it's difficult. It's not easy, and sometimes we really don't know. So customers insisting that we should know because we work in there, it's something that is annoying, and it's a part that I hate the most, because to me it's surprising that as an engineer it's okay for me to tell a person, hey, let me research that answer and then I'll get back to you so I can give you a better answer once I've checked the regs and all that kind of stuff. um, but in retail, it's not okay to say that to a customer. It's like we're expected to be like Google, give an answer and provide the Wikipedia with every possible detail to a customer. And that is not how things work. Um, and that's why I hate working in retail. And that's why I hate working my job. And that's why I'm trying to find a different job in something else. So that way I don't have to do retail anymore. But for now, I got no choice. I gotta do this job because I need the money. And that's the part that is tough sometimes. There are days I don't want to go to work. There are days that I really will prefer to stay home, work on personal projects and personal things, rather than having to go to work to waste 8 hours of my life doing something that I'm not passionate about. And there are aspects like for me, retail is just like I'm the kind of person that I don't like spending money on if I don't need to, and this economy that, oh, go and purchase this and purchase that, and I'm like, the most things that I collect that I buy are food and things that I like to collect. And I admit it, I like to collect things, and I have collected a lot of like RPG games, which are books. Uh, Books. I sometimes collect like comic books too. Um, so yeah, there are things that I like to collect. There are things that I purchase. Um, DVDs, movies. Um, but sometimes I feel so unhappy living in the capitalistic world. Like all the material things that I buy, and I feel like devoid of. They bring a temporary happiness, but then afterwards, like, eh. Um, so working in a retail store, it's like goes against what I my values pretty much. So um, that's how I would love to quit and find something different, something that I could use a job that I could use my brain. A work maybe related to engineering, environmental engineering if possible, which is what I studied in Puerto Rico. Um, or manufacturing or something related to design, but it has been very difficult for me to find something like that. And unfortunately, it sucks having to do a job that you don't like. Um, and I just want so badly to find another job because I'm just tired, honestly. I'm born out, and I know I'm born out, and I just begin also to hate the hours because like sometimes like this week I've been working like 9 to 6, and then next day 1 to 8, and then next day 9 to 6, and it's just like annoying. Like today I work until 8 o'clock, got back here at 9 o'clock, and tomorrow I have to be at work at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I don't like that variability of schedule. Um, and then next week I will probably have to work until 8 on Friday. Um, it's like I would prefer to have a standard work schedule, a set schedule that don't change that often. Just how I could plan doing things. Like like I got into playing Dungeons and Dragons with some of my friends on Fridays, and now because of the schedule changing, I cannot play as often as I was playing, and so that was something that I was doing to have some fun on Fridays. Something that I enjoy doing actually. And now I can do it because of the job. So it's one of those things that it's. I mean, I don't know if another job will be different. I don't know if another job will change that. Will change how I feel. Make me change how I feel. Um, but in all honesty, like I don't like my job. I really don't, and I wish I could quit. But until I have another job lined up, I know that I cannot quit, that I have to stay at this job because in the end, I just need the money.